Hey, it's LSFD here today. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm sharing a personal ownership experience from one of my subscribers, and to keep his name anonymous, I will refer him as David. He lives in California. He recently traded in his 2023 Tesla Model 3 for a brand new 2025 Lexus NX 350h Luxury. After 1 month of ownership, he sent me an incredible detailed message comparing both vehicles, sharing his frustrations, his praises, and his decision to go hybrid over electric again. So for the first time in this channel, I'll be presenting his story in an interview style format using AI voice narration for David's comments, along with my own feedback throughout. Let's dive in. David, thanks for reaching out and sharing your story. Let's start with your background and what led you to move from a Tesla Model 3 to the Lexus NX.
My name is David and I live in Orange County, CA. I just purchased a 2025 Lexus NX 350h Luxury around May 25. I'm coming out of a 2023 Tesla Model 3 and I sized up to an SUV to fit my growing family. I was very unhappy with Tesla's resale value. It took me 6 months to sell my Model 3 and I didn't want to buy into the brand again.
That's been a big issue that we've seen. EV depreciation, especially Tesla's, is a growing concern. In my recent video talking about the resale value, and many disagree with it since Lexus was not number one for 3 years and 5 years, but it does rise to the top after 7 years. Many have suggested to lease an EV and not finance or purchase one. The EVs are like the original iPhone, where every year there's a significant gain in technology, and in that perspective of cars, the battery technology is evolving year after year, and that would make older EVs lose value fast. Even the Lexus RZ is losing a lot of value, and it's very close to the bottom of the list on resale value. Unlike hybrids and gas-only vehicles, they've been in the marketplace for many years, and the technology has matured to a point where advances are much slower. One example is when we look at the 4th generation Toyota hybrid system, and we move to the 5th generation, definitely there are improvements. People have praised that it's much better, but it did take many years for it to get to the 5th. And then now to the 6th generation, which just came like a year after the 5th, it also makes improvements. It reduces the size of components. But overall, there aren't a huge leap between generations. Plus, Lexus hybrids, on the other hand, tend to hold their value really well, especially with strong demand in both the US and Canada. And I completely understand why the NX 350h luxury trim would appeal to a growing family. You get comfort, practicality, and efficiency all in one package. Let's talk about your first impressions. What have been the biggest challenge with your NX so far?
I've been extremely disappointed with how confusing the customization menus are. Yes, there are a lot of options, but everything is buried under menus, submenus, and more submenus. Tesla's interface was much more intuitive and responsive. With the NX, settings like brake hold or parking sensor volume don't save. I have to re-enable them every time I get in the car, and it's driving me nuts. The beeps from the parking sensors are especially annoying, and they wake up my newborn. Tesla had a feature called Joe Mode that reduced all in-car noises. Lexus really needs something like that.
Yep, I hear you on that. The Lexus interface system has improved very little over the past few years, and the UX logic still feels clunky, especially for new owners coming from a brand like Tesla, which emphasize simplicity. And you're not alone. Many owners have asked Lexus to implement like a quiet mode or just to save the last used settings. Hopefully in the future software updates Lexus addresses this, but I doubt that that will change. Like, I'm even harping on how often do they do software updates. Their cars haven't really changed how they operate. The brake hold has been like that since they introduced brake hold. So I hope that these things would change, but I don't know how long it will take, or it may need the next generation. You also had concerns about driver recognition and smart features. Can you explain more about that?
Sure, both my wife and I have the Lexus app, but the vehicle doesn't automatically detect which of us is entering and adjust to our profiles. Tesla nailed this. It would set the seat, mirrors, and preferences based on whose phone approached the car. Also, if I manually fold the mirrors, it disables auto-folding, and I have to re-enable it. That's really unintuitive. Another thing, there's no audible feedback when locking or unlocking the car. That's just unacceptable.
That's great feedback, and honestly, it highlights how far Lexus still needs to go in terms of personalization and smart automation. You'll think that with the Lexus digital key, it would be easier to link a specific phone to a profile and have the car adjust automatically, and it doesn't seem to work well as well. Back in 2022, when I purchased my NX, it came with digital key, and I can tell you, I was afraid to go and just use the digital key and not bring a key fob. It was just not reliable. And I know some owners will say that they have no issues with their digital key, but there definitely are owners saying that they don't work for them. And definitely it does not work for me. And you can complain about, oh, it's your phone. I own an Android and an iPhone, and they both aren't working for my needs. Currently, I am using the wallet key, putting in my wallet, and that seems to be quite reliable. One thing that you should double check is, did you link your key fob to your profile? It's in the personal info menu where you can toggle to link your key fob to their profile. That seems to help a bit in this situation. And I would like to ask other NX owners if they figured a better way to get the profiles working properly. I personally am a sole driver of my car, so I don't have such issues, but I know many have had this issue before. Leave it in the comments below. Let me know and let David know. Is there a better way to go around this? And lastly, yes, no audible confirmation on the lock and unlock is something that a lot of viewers have mentioned as a small but frustrating omission. I personally like that because when I press the lock button, there is no thump sound letting people outside know that I just locked the doors. I sometimes will lock the door when I see strangers walk by my car, and with that thump sound, it does look a bit odd. But I can understand that maybe a quiet chime inside the cabin would do its job, something that Lexus should consider. And you talked about the folding mirror. So when you fold the mirror, it turns off the auto. But what you could do is instead of pressing the same button, press auto again, and that will unfold the mirror and then automatically auto is set. So instead of having to fold, unfold, press auto again, just press auto and that will unfold the mirror and turn auto back on. Follow me on Instagram at LSFT Videos. You can see updates on my experience with the NX450H Plus, which may not be shown on any future videos. You can reach out to me via direct messaging if you have any questions on your Lexus. If you like this video, you can provide me feedback in the comments below, like this video, share it with your friends. This definitely will help with the YouTube algorithms. Press the subscribe button and bell icon and get notified when new videos show up. And lastly, if you want to support me further, you can provide me a super thanks, or visit my Amazon storefront before you purchase anything from Amazon, and or you can purchase products from the list on the items that I've been using with my vehicle or at home at no extra cost to you. And now let's continue with the video. You also brought up some strong points about the Lexus mobile app. What has been your experience?
The Lexus app is really slow to respond. Only the primary driver gets full access. My wife can't even control basic features like climate or check trip info, and it sends bizarre notifications, like telling us to check the rear seats if we leave them in a reclined position. That's not helpful at all. Overall, very disappointed in the app experience compared to Tesla's.
I completely agree that the Lexus mobile app has come a long way, but it still lacks polish. There are many times where I cannot even see my charge. I have to refresh it, quit the app, or if I refresh it, it just keeps on spinning. It is frustrating to use this Lexus mobile app. Secondary driver limitations are real issues too. A lot of people have complained that I have to log into the same account to be able to use the remote settings. And this is really a frustration in a family setting or you're sharing the car with your spouse. This is one area where Tesla has clearly set the benchmark, and I really hope that Lexus catches up. The Remote Connect subscription should deliver more functionality, not just the bare minimum access. And having to pay for a Remote Connect subscription after 3 years for a plug-in hybrid or EV, I'm not a fan of. The ability to check the charge and remotely schedule charging or start charging is a basic feature of a plug-in hybrid and a BEV. I've always complained about the quality of software that Lexus Toyota offers. It lacks updates, and it's definitely not something I expect in 2025. As with the rear seat reminder, if you've opened the door before you start the car, and if you turn off the car and don't open the rear door, it will give you that reminder. To turn it off in the mobile app, you can actually turn that off, the rear seat reminder push notification. You go to the profile, you go to the notifications, and then you can actually go to this notification settings to turn it off. In addition, in the utility in the Lexus interface, there is a setting in there where you could also turn off the rear seat reminder. So this is courtesy of Lexus Wesley Chapel. So you can see rear seat reminder. If you turn that off, then you will not get such notification anymore. Let's shift gears. You mentioned that you had some very positive experiences. What are you loving about your NX350H?
The ride quality and noise level are phenomenal. The suspension makes it feel like I'm hovering over the road. The seats are the most comfortable we've ever had, super supportive. The steering is light, and it's just a breeze to drive. I find myself more relaxed behind the wheel and not in a rush. We plan to keep this car for at least 10 years. It's going to take care of our family safely and comfortably.
That's what Lexus is all about: refined comfort, durability, and the sense of calm while driving. I'm really happy to hear that despite the tech issues, the core Lexus experience, the quiet ride, comfort, and build quality is delivering for your family. That's why many owners stick with the brand long term. So now that you've gone back to a hybrid after owning a BEV, how are your feelings about the transition?
Honestly, I don't mind filling up. The NX gets great range, and so far it hasn't been an issue. Overall, we're much happier with this car. The build quality is far better than our Tesla, and we're glad we made the switch.
That's a great takeaway. Hybrids like the NX 350h offer the right balance of efficiency, range, and daily convenience without the worries of EV charging and range anxiety. And when build quality and long-term value matters, Lexus is still hard to beat. Huge thank you to David for sharing his honest thoughts and helping other potential buyers understand the real world of pros and cons of the Lexus NX. And I would like to say thank you to the AI to help represent David on this video. If you've recently made a switch from a Tesla or considering a hybrid like the NX, drop in the comments below or email me your story. I would love to feature more ownership experiences like this in the future videos. And if you found that this video was helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more Lexus content right here on the channel. And I'll see you in the next one. I hope that you found that this video was informative, and until next video, drive safely. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please comment, like, share this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel and press that bell icon to get notified when new videos are posted. And if you'd like to support this channel, you can provide me a super thanks. And until next time, cheers.